this on. Let me go on here and share because I always do. Let's see here. Let's see. Uh-oh, see, I hate that. Turn this down. Okay. Hi guys. Hi everybody. Y'all in here tonight. Hi. I love y'all. Y'all always show up. Let me see who's saying something. Hey. Um, love those glasses. Thank you. You don't think they too much? It's not too much green on green. It's not too much. Hold on, you guys. Let me go and shut my door because I want to make sure we're not disturbed in any ways. Just give me 2 seconds and we're gonna jump right in because we ain't got no kind of time. Y'all came for the tea. Look at you. Came for the tea. I'm gonna give it to you. Okay, hold on. Let me shut this door. 2 seconds. Sorry, y'all. Okay. I'm back. All right. So here we go. I'm here, friend, banding my so I can do my first watch, but I will be here. Thank you, friend. Let me see my friend on here. Thank you, friend. You're gonna be there. My friend gonna be there. Hey, thank you so much. Okay, you guys, listen. I haven't been here for a long time. Obviously, y'all know, and y'all keep showing up. I'm so grateful for y'all for that. I really appreciate it. And tonight's live was something that I was never gonna do. I don't think I was gonna bring myself to it, y'all. And maybe that's not true because here I am. I'm getting ready to do it, right? I thought that I could just pick up, move on, like y'all not gonna see this big ass elephant in the room, okay? Because it's standing right over there, big as hell, okay? Big as shit, and like y'all wasn't gonna see it, right? So no, I thought I was gonna be able to do that, and I cannot do that. I pride myself on having a platform that is honest, transparent, and I want to do that. All of you know that. I've been working on myself. I've been on this healing journey. I have a lot of energy tonight because y'all, I have really been doing the work, and you guys have been here for me doing that work. And I told you guys that a lot of part of my life has been centered around Christianity. I grew up in church. I'm black, melanated in a black family. And let's be honest, those are the two most notorious places for sweeping stuff under the rug and never addressing it. And it's so toxic. It's such a toxic thing. Like, for example, if you have an uncle who's a child molester in the family, and y'all not gonna tell what happened to so and so because y'all did see her stomach was big, but then now it's not. But y'all trying to hide. Y'all went and took her and got her an abortion because Uncle so and so was touching on her and sleeping with her and doing all stuff. But y'all want to sweep it under the rug. Nobody wants to talk about it, so he can go do it to the next person, right? Well, we're not going to do that here. We're not doing any of that. Church, everybody let the hush. Nobody's going to talk about it. Well, please don't say nothing. You know the people. Well, don't say nothing because no. We're not going to do that here, okay? Because I'm going to get what I came to this planet to get this lifetime. And I'm going to do it. And so that when it's my time to ascend, because I'm already doing that, I'm going to be able to do that with whole. Friend, where you at? I'm going to be able to do that whole, okay? So the bottom line is I wanted to come to you guys and I wanted to address a little bit about what happened because the big elephant in the room is what happened to your co-host, right? So another piece is it's not just some random person. This is somebody I grew up with. This was my best friend. Sorry, guys. Somebody who I care and still care a great deal about because I don't believe when you love somebody that just goes away. You still honor what you did once, what you once shared, what you had. You still honor that. You still respect it. You still, think about and appreciate, the love that you have for that person and the things that they may have taught you along the way. And then the point of this is not to bash anybody, but to also shed light on clarity that I have now moving forward in my friendships, relationships, things that I was unable to do before. I wasn't able to do that. I wasn't unable to have healthy relationships and friendships because first I was not being true to myself. First, it started. What I had to learn with through all of this is I had to be treat me like I treat me, right? So I can't ask somebody to treat me like I treat me if how I'm treating me ain't how I want to be treated. You know what I'm saying? So that's the whole point in this. Y'all know I'm love and light over here, but y'all know duality exists. So I can give y'all a little bit of that smoke too. Okay, come and get it. But I just want to be completely open and transparent. And again, I put it off for so long because y'all know it's sensitive. You know, I don't want to be, I struggle with, is this messy? Is it, what is this? But you guys, a lot of you signed up for the two of us. You know, when we first announced it, you were excited about it, and then now you don't have that. And I feel that I owe it to you guys to give you a reason. Like, okay, I signed up for this show with the two, what happened? So I feel like I owe you guys that. I did try to move on, like nothing happened, because I was in my feelings because I was unhealed, didn't know how to communicate, and didn't know how to, speak the truth. Like I telling y'all, I'm speaking some of the truth and not all of it. So let me get to the point. And I'm gonna start from the beginning because I did try to decide how would I say this? How would I get on here? How would I make it okay? And my friend was like, it's your truth. You speak your truth and it is what it is, and you don't have to be political about it. So I'm gonna start at the beginning. Okay. So from the jump, everybody knows that she and I have been friends forever since childhood. And when we hadn't spoken so much, by the time I got ready to do the show, we were not speaking every day the way that we were back in the day. And somebody said human experience is something else. But when you become grown, you've got kids, you're married, you just don't have time to sit around on the phone. And for me, I'm okay with that. I like to hold space for my friends and my friendships. We can pick up where we left off. I'm quite okay with that. I'm all right with that. It's not a big deal. So it was no big deal. And all of you guys know that I've been a business owner forever working on businesses. And I had gotten to a place where I was trying to figure out how to really market my businesses and how to really put them out there and what I needed to do, right? I was trying everything and I just couldn't figure it out. Well, it kept coming to me that, people need to see you. They want to see the person behind the brand. They want to understand. They want to, they kind of buy into the person. They don't know you. So then I was thinking, well, how can I get them to know me? I try to show my face a little bit, do little skits and stuff like that. So then the idea about doing a talk show or a podcast would be a great way to introduce myself, the things that I'm doing, all of that. Well, because I was afraid, I was so afraid to do it myself. I was like, I could never. So then something said, then I was like, well, ask her, she'll do it with you, and then in my mind, this is a great way for us to catch up, and we can kind of do this together. When I reached out, she was for it. And then to find out she was starting her own body butter line or whatever. And I felt like this would be even better. We're moms, we're wives, we're bosses. You know what I'm saying? Like, this would be great. You can promote your stuff, I'm promoting my stuff. Like, let's do it. So we were on board with it. She was asking, what do you want the show to be about? Now, mind you, we hadn't talked that much leading up to this. So by this time, I am no longer a Christian. I don't claim Christianity, none of that other stuff. I'm digging into other things. I'm looking up, I'm researching, and I'm learning a few, other things that's new. My eyes are being opening to new things. I'm, letting go of things that no longer serve me, that I don't even understand how it served me to begin with because it was never something that I chose for myself. So with that, I'm telling her I wanted to be, honest and transparent and very open, raw, uncut. I wanted to be about all of that. And so we were talking about kind of doing a catch up, where we are in life and that sort of thing. Well, a few things about me, comes up and she's kind of like, yeah, I'm not really into church that much myself. I don't really go anymore. I've been questioning a few things. I'm like, really? So now I'm ready to really dive into it because I'm deep off into it. Like, I really want to know. So then we're asking each other questions. We're doing all of this. Well, she had a few eyebrow raises at some of the things that I'm questioning and that sort of thing, and rightfully so. And she was just like, really? Okay, like that's different. Not for me. Things such as, do you believe in Jesus anymore? Sort of, I told her that I believe that I'm a God. That I believe the black woman is God, and if I'm a child of God, then that makes me a God too. Some of these things did not sit well with her, and she expressed it and that sort of thing. So then, the question about what we believe now and all of that came up, and she did mention how, like, me saying what I believe, and which is now very different from what she believes, and me questioning her about what she believes was very uncomfortable for her. So she felt like I was attacking her or that sort of thing. And let's be clear, I'm not attacking, it just is what it is. Sometimes we have learned this stuff from childhood, and our parents have told us to believe this or to think this, and so that's what we do. And so I'm questioning, why do you believe what you believe? Is it because you believe it, or because that's just what we've always known? So that was that. So then you have to know that this made us coming up with topics to speak about very difficult. It made it hard for us. The behind the scenes sometimes was not, clicking. I no longer really want to speak about, drama stuff or reality TV or the norm, what everybody is talking about. I wanted to talk about, y'all see what I'm talking about now, real hardcore, raw things that people are dealing with and nobody is speaking about. That's uncomfortable for people to talk about. So there were a lot of times where we would discuss things behind the scene and what we were going to talk about. And then when we get on the show, total flip. I'm like, what? Wait a minute. I'm being thrown under the bus. All of that. One of the shows that came up was speaking about beliefs. We get on the show. Before I know it, I'm being told what I'm talking about sounds real occultish. Are you sure the devil ain't speaking to you? These sort of things. And this stuff is live. This is nothing personal. You can go back and watch it and see. So I'm not saying anything that like, ooh, why she tell nothing. You can go back and see it. So things that I felt was not right and wasn't okay. And so now it's becoming offensive to me. And I felt like we should be able to have topics that we don't agree on, because this makes it good. It makes it spicy, it makes it juicy, because if we're trying to figure out things and we're bouncing ideas around, then surely somebody else watching is having, is battling with the same thing, the same thoughts. I didn't feel like on the show we needed to be on the same page, one accord, everything being, the same. For instance, our very first show was hoeing out loud. We wanted to speak about, what makes a woman a hoe, or even a man, what makes you a hoe. Well, it started off with, well, let me run this by, we're running it past our moms and see. It didn't matter to me what my mom thought, because I'm going to say hoe. I'm going to say hoe, slut, damn. I'm going to say all of it. So I'm ready. Let's say it. But then the mamas was like, y'all don't need to be on there talking about no hoe and saying nothing about that. Why you got to say the word hoe? Why you can't just say loose woman? So we're laughing about that in the beginning, but that's how it's always been. But then now I could feel myself reverting back to that docile person that I had grown up to be, just kind of going along to get along and making up. So I'm like, okay, we can say it one time, maybe in the title, and then we won't say it. There was so much in that show that I wanted to say. Even she and I talked about it behind the scenes. We wanted to say, we was talking about, we want to be, she a loose hoe. Okay, she out in the street, that's a loose hoe. Or, or she getting money for sex, or that's a paid hoe. We wanted to say all kinds of stuff about a hoe, child. But I didn't get to really give all that I wanted, because I could see that it made her uncomfortable, because it made her mom uncomfortable. So I found myself reeling it back a little bit because of that, right? So, the whole while feeling like, well, you're not really doing, giving you, because the point of this show is for me to let people see who I am, the good, bad, the ugly, the funny. But I wasn't doing that, because now I have brought somebody in who wasn't where I was, and that's okay. At no point am I saying that it's Not okay. This happens. People grow to different places. I understand that. I'm okay with it. But where I went wrong is when I started trying to change and alter where I already knew that I was to make it work because I'm too afraid to do what I know was placed on me to do for myself to further my business. So, in a sense, it didn't really hold me back, but I didn't really do what I set out to do. And that was to give you guys all of me, so now I'm tossing and turning, I'm back and forth now, it's turning into a one person show a little bit because I'm trying to appease what somebody else feels. So then all of this is happening behind the scenes, and then eventually our last show, which was July 7th of last year. After that show, we talked, and maybe even before it, she said, I think we should take a break and revamp the show, kind of get some more ideas on what to do next and that sort of thing. The kids are out for the summer, gonna kind of keep up with what they're doing, blah blah blah. So I said, okay, cool, we could do that, no problem. I hadn't heard anything. We talked maybe once or twice. We did speak one of those times on my birthday. And that was a quick exchange in text message. And that was it. I hadn't heard anything. I called a few times, no reply. The best I knew is that, they was doing the summer thing. Her and friends were out doing the summer thing, whatever they were doing. I don't know. That's not for me to speak on whatever was going on. But the bottom line is I hadn't heard anything. So then now I'm twiddling my thumbs, like, but then also I'd say that I was also going through things in my personal life, in my marriage and all sort of things. I was also going through things. So I was kind of preoccupied, but at the same time, I'm all about business. I started this for business, also for personal, but for business. And the longer I'm not doing it, the longer it's on hold. And it can't be one more in my brain, it can't be one more thing that I set out to start and I don't finish it, especially on account of someone else. So nothing's being said, nothing's happening. And that was that. So then I later down the line, around September, this is after my birthday, I get a phone call from someone saying that they heard through the grapevine that my business is in the street and they giving names, right? So instantly I was upset, pissed off. First of all, I ain't heard from you. Second of all, blah, blah, blah. And maybe I'm saying too much, but I don't know. Again, I got on here and said I'm not going to be politically correct. So if this is the wrong way to say it, sorry guys, this is just what I know to say. And I'm trying to keep it as discreet as possible. So I was upset. And with other parties involved, I chose to honor the request of not mentioning it right away. On top of that, the very same day, I get a call that my grandmother passed. So there was no way I was addressing anything. And I'll have to admit, maybe I was a little upset. I was a little pissed off. I deemed it true immediately because how else would anybody know? Um, and then now, this is the last thing I'm going to address. I'm not addressing it. But prior to that, I didn't, and I'm not upset. I'm not crying about this. I'm upset about my grandmother. So let's just be clear. Um, so I didn't address it. And I did not plan to. Something in myself released it and let it go immediately. Just because the build up to things had already been off, and you could tell we were growing apart and we're on two different pages. I already felt like, I'm being attacked, that I'm looked at like the devil is talking to me and some sort of devil, like I'm already feeling away, right? And then prior to that, I didn't ever have the courage to always step up or speak up in my friendships or my relationships because I'm always trying to keep the peace. I don't like conflict. I don't want conflict. I'd rather just let it go and I'm not going to say anything. But the whole day was like back to back blow for me, and I just couldn't. I do not feel that that was the best way to address it or to not address it. Um, I feel like in hindsight, that maybe I should have immediately called and said, hey, I heard X, Y, and Z. But how do you do that when you have other pressing matters going on and you already feel extra betrayed by a person anyway prior, and you haven't heard anything from a person? So I deemed it true in my brain. I was done. I wasn't even going to say a thing or anything. I did get a message from her prior, after that, that seemed to me that it seemed like that's neither here nor there, but I didn't reply to it. I just didn't deal with it. I was dealing with so many other things. Again, personal to my life, that that was for me the very bottom of things. I won't say that it's probably the best way to have handled it, but I didn't feel that I would handle it the right way. I don't feel that I would have given it the best energy and the best words, or it wouldn't have been the best communication for what our friendship had been up until then. I think I would have gone in like complete fighting, and it probably wouldn't have gone good. So, anyways, time goes on. I'm okay. It kind of keeps kind of circling a little bit. And I just decided, I set out to start something that I need to finish for the reasons that I decided to even start them. Um, and this is right. Say what you mean and mean what you say. And that's the bottom line what I'm going to do. Um, so I decided I was going to just move on. Fine. Y'all want to fuck with me? Okay, well, let's go. That's the attitude I had, y'all. Like, okay, cool, ego. Like, all right, it's nothing, because at the end of the day, I don't need nobody to do what I've been doing, because I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. Like, and at the end of the day, it's me. I'm Candace Nicole. What the fuck you mean? Like, this is the attitude I had about it, honestly. So I changed everything. I changed the name, and I just said it is what it is. Eyebrows is raising like, what's going on? And I knew that, but again, I thought, I'm not addressing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody give me the courtesy of, respecting a friendship or respecting, my name. I'm not giving no respect to do nothing. So this is what I did. I didn't reach out to say anything. I started the show on my own, and that's, what I've been doing. Y'all, it comes up again, in a way, about this whole thing that kind of blocked something that I was trying to do moving forward. And I was just like, oh my God. So I decided to then reach out. I finally reached out. I did get an answer. And at this point, I'm now calm. It's been months since it happened. I'm calm, I'm no longer heated. And I just flat out asked, did this happen? I did not get the response that I wanted. I don't know what I expected, even after all this time waiting. I didn't get a response. I didn't get a confirmation, nor did I get denial. When I asked, I was told, sure, maybe I did. That's what was said to me. And somehow I was then the bad friend for believing it and waiting this long to even address it. So fine. That's how, things went with that. And that's that. And here I am. And even since then, I've still been doing work on myself, and I've still been learning and trying to understand me and what's in me, the things and or the unhealed parts of me that has led me into having, uh, hard experiences in friendships or relationships, or clarity. I've come to clarity in friendships and moving forward, how to communicate more effectively, what good friendships now look like, what love really means. But then I had to learn that for myself, and I had to learn it for me, and that the first betrayal started with me to myself. Allowing things to slide so long, not really knowing myself how to address things because I didn't want to be confrontational. And, I often wonder, and I ask you guys this, how many of you have been in situations and in friendships and or any kind of thing where you feel like maybe in hindsight, oh, I could have did or I should have done, or struggling with how to handle conflict or this sort of thing, because I know for me, this has been a struggle. But through it all, it's been a journey, and I believe our experiences, if we allow them to bring us to our true self and to healing and to um, clarity about life and love and relationships and growth and maturity and all these things. And um, knowing that it's okay to express myself in relationships, because somebody who truly loves me is gonna, one, hold space for me to be able to do so. And we're not getting ready, we might have words, but we're not getting ready to fall out or not getting ready to make you feel uncomfortable because you're expressing yourself. I had to learn what that looks like, because anytime I'm afraid of expressing myself, then I have to look at the bigger picture, like, hey, what is this? And why do you feel that way? But again, all of those experiences, and this particular experience, at the end of the day, has not made me love any less, but it has cracked me wide open to receiving more love and giving love, but in the best way possible, and in the right way, in the proper way, to do it. And that's what I wanted to get on here to say, that I'm not upset, I'm not angry. Um, I was hurt, but I have since been working on, that for myself. The truth is, the very beginning, it was not meant for me to do this in a co-host situation. It was meant for me to do it myself. And it also showed me how allowing fear to lead, you get yourself into some sticky situations, and so somehow I moved into this platform as a Christian because I was abiding by Christianity things because, of someone else. And so I came into it initially not myself at all, not giving any of what I wanted you guys to see for me. And I want to be able to do that moving forward. However, speaking with a friend who I have since, and she has taught me so much about real love in a friendship, genuine friendships, and communicating, being able to communicate open and in a loving way. And I don't feel guarded about friendships. If anything, I have learned to set healthy boundaries for myself and to stick to them. And anybody who can't get with it, they'll have to move on. I've learned so much from this situation. And, I feel like I love more now than I ever have before. So that's the elephant in the room, I wanted to address and, you know, really be honest. And I don't want to keep with the trend of church and black families and all of that hiding stuff where you can't speak about it, or it's so, a weird thing to do. It's my truth. And when it's your truth, you are absolutely um, free to speak your truth, no matter how somebody feels about it, matter how it makes them feel. Um, there's a something I posted before. Nothing's upset about. Let me see. I'm gonna read it verbatim. You are absolutely free to speak your truth anytime you have it. I was going to share this thing, but I didn't. But it says the truth doesn't mind being questioned. A lie does. So speak your truth. Ask your questions. Don't be afraid to speak up. I feel like a lot of things, um, and generations. When you say breaking generational curses, and this is that. Everybody wants to be hushed mouth about everything, and that's more hurtful than what the actual situation is. The fact that I have to go on and be quiet about it because somebody might be mad about it. And that doesn't matter, right? So I felt like I owed you guys that explanation because it's my truth. Um, and I'm going to speak on it, and it's my platform to do so. And absolutely, I know there are people here that are, still friends of hers, and I've posted about it now. I'm sure word will get back, and I'm absolutely open to, having a conversation together about it here. If, if that's what needs to happen, I'm okay with it. I welcome it. And also here too, I'd like to answer any questions that you guys may have because this is the one and only time I'm going to speak on it. So y'all better catch this replay. You better go back and figure it out because I'm not going to talk about it no more after this because I have truly moved on from it. I'm just learning how to handle life and situations better than I have before. Um, I'm trying to be a better me, and I am a better me. And again, when I leave this place, I'm going to leave whole and healed. And all that sweeping the stuff under the rug mess, that's going to be for y'all to do because I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? And oh, well, if it's uncomfortable, I'm going to talk about it because this is how I get whole. This is how I get healthy. Even holding stuff in, I'll be able to get to that eventually, but it has, come out in my health. I'm dealing with things. We'll talk about that. I'll update you guys. It has manifested itself in my health and coming out, and me not feeling good because I'm trying to hold on to stuff for what? For what? I'm not holding on to that. So I want to go back and see if you guys have some questions. I hope everyone gets from this therapy. It is so important. Yeah, this is so important, right? Self healing. Somebody is saying, and this is self healing for me, and I have to do that for myself. You know what I'm saying? All this hearsay business, I'm not dealing with that. We too grown for that. You know what I mean? This is so good. Thank you guys so much. And thank you for being here. Let's see. So, absolutely, I've been here, but as we grow, we learn and become better at dealing with it. Kudos to you for not turning a blind eye to it forever. Thank you so much. And that's been really hard for me. But I have learned, y'all, and I've changed so much. I'm such a different person. And I don't know about y'all, but I am so proud of myself because I'm running from who? Running from what? Like it is what it is. The truth is the truth. I'm gonna say it. So whatever, because that's not what y'all gonna get here. You're not getting that church hoopla here. So I done told y'all. But when I told y'all that I was emptying the clip, I was serious. Um I'm very proud of you. I love seeing you succeed, heal, and ascend. Rise, guys. Thank you so much. It says heal, 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 everyone. Absolutely. And you cannot heal by holding it in, not addressing it, pretending it didn't happen. How do you heal? You can't. You have to address it and be done with it and move on. Period. Um, I have really rarely met a Christian that was Christ-like. And okay, because I was gonna say, and you about ain't gonna meet her, but that's a whole nother thing. I'm telling y'all, the gloves are off, right? Okay, so anyways, because who is Christ? But anyway, let's keep moving. I'm still waiting for what? Who is that? Yes, cheers to love. It's so much love. I do this. What I'm doing right now, I do in love. No hate, no malicious, no malintent, no none of that. I do all and say all with love because there's nothing but that, right? So there's a question. Question: do you think you received closure? Also, do you think you'll eventually collaborate with another host? So the first thing I'd like to say is, if you're meaning when I reached out in that conversation, do I feel like I received closure? I don't feel like that conversation brought me closure. However, I've had to learn to become okay with learning to heal, even if it doesn't include or involve or without the person who may have caused that pain, because it's possible to do. Did y'all know that even if Let's say a person died, not this person, because I'm not wishing anything, but let's just say someone who offended you or hurt you or whatever. Say they're no longer here. Does that mean you don't get to heal? Not at all. So I don't feel I got it the way that I wanted to, but I have absolutely been able to find that for myself. This right here, right now, I feel like I'm being heard and I'm doing that for myself. It's nothing like what you can do for yourself. Instead of looking for it outside of you, I have learned that everything that I need, I can go right within myself and I can get that shit to myself. I don't need nobody to do it. Now, it's a plus when people can come with you and y'all can heal together and you can do it, but I don't need nothing and nobody outside of me to get what it is that I need. It's a plus, but I don't need that. So, this right here, all of this, I found closure within myself, and I feel like this is giving me closure. So, thank you for that. And also, when I bring guests on, I feel like that gives me an opportunity to collaborate with other people. I am not opposed to having another co-host. I just might, cause me and my friend, my best friend, hey Shima, we might, you never know. But I'm not opposed to it. No, and I love co-host. Um, the next thing, friend, I need these glasses. Carry on, cause you gonna get them, friend. I'll tell you where you need to go. Speak your reality before you go. Before you go tonight, raise up and let us see that shirt. I'm gonna raise up and let y'all see it. I'm gonna let y'all see it. Good job. Thank you so much. Let's see. You are perfect. Thank you. Gone Scoop. Thank you. Um, Too grown. I'm too grown. I'm not getting ready to be playing with y'all. Like, oh, that's my friend. Hold on. Too grown. This is what I'm trying to click on. This girl. This girl is on fire. Okay, that was bad. But anyway, so you guys, I'm just trying to see if there's round down range. Okay, and the truth will set you free. It has set me free. I'm free. I'm free. I'm okay. And I'm not here pretending like somebody did something to me. No, again, I don't feel like I may have handled everything right in all of it. But again, the point is that I have since learned and I found some, through working on myself, I've found so much clarity in, what could be done. But what can you do? What can you do? So there's that. But again, I'm open to having that conversation. We can even have it here on this platform if she be willing. I'm good with that. You cannot heal what you don't recognize. This is true. Um, when did you decide to move to a higher knowledge? This has been going on for me for a very long time. I believe it started back in like 2014, 2015, and it was kind of on and off from there. But then around 2019, I'll say, stuff just ain't been adding up, y'all. Stuff just don't make sense. And I've decided to just start asking questions. And the more you ask questions, when you seek, you shall find. And things just kind of started coming up. I started meeting people and just having conversations and kind of opening myself up to unlearning what I've always learned because I just got to a place where I felt like that wasn't something that I knew for myself. It was something my mama told me and other adults around me told me it should be. And I didn't feel that was the best way to live my life. I wanted to know for myself. And in wanting to know for myself, I feel I uncovered some truths and a whole bunch of lies. And that, sealed the deal for me. So that's what it was for me. Question: do you think it's difficult to collaborate with someone who has such a different belief than you? Feel like that would make a good show. Yin and yang, good versus evil, just a thought. But that's what I thought. And I even said that. I said it would be good if we could do this, because it would be so juicy. It would be so good because everybody feels, differently about things. And so us just agreeing and kikiing and that sort of thing, there's no substance. Where's the substance? You know what I mean? I wanted this platform to have substance, and the substance is in our individuality. There's substance there. There's knowledge there. There's freedom there. There's friendship there. There's all of these things. So to try to be on the same page all the time, I felt like, anybody could do that. Anybody could pretend or whatever, but us I felt there was substance in our differences, but I feel that, and she said that it made her uncomfortable. So I definitely feel like I'd like to have some stuff too on the same page, but the differences for me, I felt were good. You can't heal what you don't reveal, Rochelle. Thank you. That's true. You can't heal what you don't reveal. And I'm getting my healing on tonight. This is good. This is good healing for me. Who is this with these eyes? What is it that you're trying to say? Same friend. That was so bad. Um, Oh no, I was agreeing with you, love. Okay, yes, yes, yes. Oh no, it's good here. I came in just in time. Job well done, Candace. Thank you so much. So that's that, you guys. I feel like I've rambled enough. I feel like I owe that to you guys because it's not fair. It's almost condescending in a way too. It's almost like, okay, so you're gonna treat us like we didn't just see what happened when we didn't see this switch, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that, and I want to be fair, and I want to be fair to myself, and I want to be able to do the same thing. And I can't say that this space is going to be an honest and transparent one, and try to skip over something as big as that, because that's not, how can I do that? And it's not fair. So I want to apologize also to you guys. I have some new people here who probably never got to experience the show with the two of us, but also apologize to those who signed up to see the both of us. And, I don't feel it was fair to carry on in that way with you guys. However, I wasn't being fair to myself. And so, sometimes we give what we are at the time. And I've healed so much and I've grown so much, as you can see. And I want to thank you guys so much for still showing up, even in the midst of it. You still showed up. It's like, okay, we don't know what's going on, but we gonna rock with you, girl. And I appreciate that. And I thank you for holding space for me and allowing me to still give of myself as much as I could and as much as I was ready for up until this point. And now I feel like I'm fully ready to do what it was that I set out to do, and not even realizing that me doing this, how much I would transform and change and be healed and grow. I wanted to give this to y'all, but child, I've been on here growing and changing right before your very eyes. So thank you guys so much for doing that for me. I hope everyone on this live has a therapist. I hope so, because we all need one. I sure have one. Good. That's so good. And I think it's very important that you speak to somebody if you feel you need to, because your mental wholeness is very, very, very important, right? So I appreciate that. I've been gone so long, y'all. I didn't even give y'all my introduction, but I wanted to jump right in. I guess, it didn't make sense. Now I can hit that like intro. It's the Candace Nicole show. I can do that now in confidence, knowing that it's not something in the back of me saying this is, hovering or hanging over my head. So now I can be fully me, and I can give y'all everything I am, the true me, the real, the raw, the uncut, without any reservation, because there is none. I feel like after I had a long conversation with my mom, there was no reason to be reserved with anybody else, right? So thank you guys again for showing up and always being here. I've been working on myself in the background and behind the scenes. And even though to some it may seem like I'm coming undone, but I had to come undone to become whole. Again, you have to become undone to become whole. Okay, you guys. So if you didn't get that, you might get it later. So just replay, you might catch it. So I've had to, yes. If it looks like I'm spiraling, maybe so, but in the right direction and for the best and the better of me. And hopefully, you guys out there in Facebook land and wherever else you're watching. So I won't hold you any further. I'm so glad I did this because I needed to. And I felt like I owed it to you guys. And I definitely owed it to myself, because I want to treat me like, I want y'all people to treat me like I treat me. And woo, it's a whole other woman under here, okay? Okay, so people are saying, thank you for transparency. No problem. Teach the people. Love me some queen. Thank you so much. I don't know if you're talking about me or my mom, but Thank you, because we love you too. Okay, you guys, thank you so much. Is there any more questions? Because I ain't speaking on this no more. I ain't bringing it up. This the time. So speak now, forever hold your peace, because I'm not saying no more about this. Okay, because I got life to live. Okay, is that it? No. All right. Well, I love you guys so much. Thank you again for being here, and I'll see you guys next week. Hopefully, I love you guys. Bye.